message today, guys, what I want to really talk to you about is your potential, your individual potential, our individual definitions of our own potential, or our limit to what we're capable of in business is so much bigger than what we think it is today. I see some new faces on the call, okay? Where you are today and where you were a month or two, 6 weeks ago, right? But where you are today, there's so much more room to grow than we even think, than we imagine, and what we actually realized this morning, right? We think we've stretched ourselves. We think we've grown. We think we've hit our limit a lot of times in business, in relationships, in life, but we're not even close, right? Our future selves will remind us of that, right? They're going to remind us of that. Our future selves are going to let us know when we reflect a year from now on today in this talk, we're going to be so much farther along. But today, for some reason, we always kind of have, not always, but we have a hard time understanding and realizing, where can I be in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years, right? We limit ourselves sometimes, and it's so much greater than we think. So today, as we start the day together this morning, and you leave this call in a little bit, I want to challenge you to think bigger. I want you to understand that you're so much farther along today than you were yesterday. And before you know it, you're going to be an SGA. You're going to be an MGA or whatever you want in this business. If you could think back to when you were new at something, motherhood, fatherhood, okay, a trainee, a freshman in college, or as the Canadians say, university. I think it's pretty cool how you guys say that. But going from new to good, it feels like this giant jump before it begins. It feels like I'm new, and when I get to good, man, that's such a big jump. Yet, once it happens, once we're a sophomore in college, or we're a parent for 4 or 5 years, or we're an agent, a good agent that started off as a new agent, and we look back, it's like, oh, it wasn't that big of a deal. We made a mountain out of a molehill, right? Yet in its inception, in the beginning, it was this giant mountain, and it was like such a big jump. And then when it happens, it's not a big deal. Well, I want to encourage everybody today to think the same way, since you're not new, since you are good, since you've been here, but think bigger, right? It's not that big of a jump to go to good to great, okay? Do not sell yourself short on how far you've come, but definitely I want to encourage you this morning, do not stop going and growing. Why stop now? How do you go from an agent to an SA, MGA, RGA, whatever you want out of this business, or a top 10 producer, in the company or in your agency, top 5 producer, if that makes sense. It's because they don't get satisfied. Winners don't get satisfied. They don't get complacent. They get in this good and they just freak out. I got to get out of good. I got to get to great. Complacency is the cousin of laziness. And people who go from good to great keep thinking bigger, but most importantly, they keep raising their bar of their own potential in their own minds. And they are in control. You are in control of your own perceived potential. So I want to encourage you to not settle for 20 referrals in the week. Why not 100? Why not? Why not 200? If you think you can, you will. If you think you can't, you will. It's the same thing. Do not let others dictate what you can and cannot do or be. People in the agency, outside relationships, if the person in the agency is collecting 100, why not double it? Why not collect 200? Because a shark in a tank can only grow so big. That's not true at all. It's not true at all. If I listened to everyone I knew, I would still be on government assistance getting free groceries and WIC cheese. WIC stands for Women, Infants, and Children, right? On it as a kid, on it as a parent when I was raising my daughter Bella, until AIL came along, okay? Then I was offered the opportunity unlimited, and it's the same opportunity you guys have. We base all these career decisions and relationship decisions, homes we buy, the house I bought, from people who try to convince us of different things, right? But if you keep raising your bar of your own potential, you'll keep proving them wrong, and before you know it, they'll be saying they're proud of you. But it's time to go from good to great today, okay? It's time to draw a line in the sand on what your potential is and raise it every single day. Adversity's coming. When it hits, don't think why me, think try me. Let's go.